Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. Hope everybody's doing well. Wait, I believe everybody's doing well. I have faith everybody's doing well, and everything is unfolding perfectly. I'm excited yet again. And you know why? I always ask that question. No, that's not really a question, but I always say that I'm excited and you know why. Because you do know why. If you've been keeping up with me and watching this show, you do know why. Why? Because I'm speaking with, having a dialogue with another extraordinary person from around the world, Felicia Lonobile. And it's just amazing. But before she tells you anything, I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. So listen up. You don't want to miss any of this. So Felicia Lonobile, CEO, coach, mentor, teacher, speaker, dream builder, Dare to Dream with Felicia podcast, and co-author of Rise in Pursuit of Empowerment, became an international bestseller. It's all in the state of mind. Felicia's expertise extends to doing specific work that involves dream building principles. It is a scientific, repeatable, predictable, relatable, proven method based on 45 plus years of study, centered on the most successful people on the planet. She's been trained and certified in an ideal proven success system, a perfect fit to help anyone achieve their desired results. Felicia mentors individuals who feel stuck and dissatisfied with their lives quickly, get unstuck, build their dreams, and enjoy more productive and fulfilling life experiences. Felicia's greatest aspiration is to make a difference in the world, helping groups, organizations, and individuals from all walks of life double their income and time off to create a more significant difference while having more time with their families. Wow, important. Thinking in a certain way will give you the desired results, a growth mindset that aligns with the life you truly want to live, noticing when you are thinking and feeling low vibration thoughts and turning your attention instead to high vibration thoughts and feelings, which of course leads to a better life. Felicia's field of expertise educates clients to believe in their unlimited potential power. She knows that to be accurate from personally living into those tools and skill sets herself. Wow, amazing. How are you doing today, Felicia?
I'm doing fabulous. Thank you for having me, Luke. I so appreciate this moment, this time, this segment, I should say, today.
Yes, and I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to you because I'm a firm believer that time is one of our most precious assets. And for you to choose to spend some of your time here with me, I'm just so humbled and appreciative to welcome you and to have you here with me. Thank you.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Luke. So,
Yes, go ahead.
uh, so my name is Felicia Lonobile. I am a dream builder, first and foremost. I'm a transformational life coach, and I help people who feel stuck get unstuck, just as Luke just read in my biography a moment ago. I'm also a podcast host, and its title is Dare to Dream with Felicia. So, as you can see, my whole being is focused on dreaming because as a child of God, it's our right, it's our birthright to live the life we deserve. And so, with that notion and knowing this, I've put all my time and energy in doing work that I love. And the most important part of what I do is the way I feel when I could see people transform their lives and achieve their dreams. There's no words to describe because they finally understood who they are at their core, that they are so much more than this physical body. They're a spiritual being having a human experience.
Right.
So Luke, if I asked you, do you think there's anything that spirit wants or desires that it cannot have?
Right.
You're going to answer, no, of course not. Spirit can have whatever it desires. So if we are a spiritual being in this physical body, then the same applies to us. We can have anything we want, providing we work with the universal laws. And Luke, sometimes most of us have the results that we want, and sometimes we have unwanted results. And the difference is that sometimes we're creating consciously, and sometimes we're creating unwanted situations, circumstances in our life because we're doing it unknowingly and unconsciously.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Wow. Excuse me, Felicia. I'm just, the flow, it's almost like I know what's coming next. Not predictable, but just when you're connected, and when you start to experience just certain things unfolding in your life, just the universe, God, brings you just certain feelings that and it's I don't want to get off topic or anything, but I just basically resonate with everything that you're saying thus far. Go ahead, Felicia.
Thank you. And so, as I was saying before, sometimes we have a desire, we have a wish, let's call it even a dream, but the dream stays there as a wish. So we're not using the mental faculties that you and I were born with. We have faculties that are empowering. One of them is your imagination, but very few of us use imagination the way that it should be used. And so there's a lot that I could say. So, but what I want to do, because I know that we have a limited amount of time, I want to just dive into what I want to share with the viewers today. And that is, I want to talk to you about the dream building program, the Dream Builder that I work with.
Absolutely.
And how it can actually transform your life from day to day.
Let's do it. I'm ready to hear it.
Okay. And then with that, whatever comes, we're just going to go with the flow. Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So the Dream Builder. The Dream Builder itself, there are 10 principles in it that will skyrocket your success when you apply these principles to your life.
Okay.
We have within us a dream that's waiting and wanting to come true. We all have this desire in us. And the only thing that's required is to awaken to it, really.
Right.
Awaken
become aware of it.
To become aware, yes. Right. And so the Dream Builder has 4 stages in it. And the first stage is blueprinting. Now, what is blueprinting? Blueprinting is discovering, designing, deciding, and defining what you want, asking yourself the question, what would I love? What would I love to experience in my life? Not what I think I can have, not what other people think I should have. No, let's bring it back. What would I love? What would make me come alive?
Right.
And what is that thing that would ignite my passion? That it makes me eager to get up every morning. I can't believe the life that I'm having. I keep pinching myself. I'm asking you to dream big, not to settle. Don't put any limitations. That's the human part of us that does that. But the universal part of us, there are no limitations.
Right.
You agree? We live in an abundant universe. You look out in nature. There's trees, there's birds in abundance, animals. There's abundance everywhere you look. But when it comes to us and our desire and our dream, now we set a limitation. Where's that coming from? That's the paradigm. I'm going to cover that in a moment. I just want to stay here right now. So when you decide, you make a decision and you say, that's it. You know what? I'm worthy and deserving. I'm going for my dream. And we're all excited and we mean well because we all want to live our dream life.
Right.
One thing I want to say as a coach, within 24 to 48 hours, there's another part of us that comes up. And that part of us will say, yeah, right. That's not going to happen. Or the voice in the head may say, how are you going to do that? You
Right.
don't have what it takes. You've never done anything like this before. And excuse me, who are you to have this dream? I'm sure many of you can relate to what I'm saying right now. That's the voice of fear trying to keep you from failure because it likes to keep things status quo. But
Right.
fear will often disguise itself as practicality. We mustn't forget this. It will not say to you, or it will not stop you from having your dream. It's too intelligent for that. But what it will say to you is, I'm here to keep you safe.
Right.
And staying safe is not the path that's going to take you to your dream. I like to look at it this way. So, coming back to the first stage of dream building, blueprinting. So now you're asking yourself the question, what would I love? The next step is to write down what that is for you. You're writing that vision statement in the present tense, as if you're already being that person, or you already have what you desire. Everything in the present tense. And it's not something you do once and it's done. You start writing your statement, and every day you go back to it because spirit is going to speak through you, and you're going
Right.
to add and you're going to expand that vision. Again, there's no limitations. We put the limitations.
Right.
Always dream big and have fun with this. Be playful. And so
Exactly.
you add to your statement. And then once you look at your statement and you say, I think it's close to what I would love to experience in my life. So now there's your vision statement. So now you have drawn what I would call a clearly defined blueprint. And when you want to buy a home, you also need a clearly defined blueprint. Well, the same is true with your dream. If you have a dream, you need to start by designing the blueprint. What is your dream about? What does it consist? And don't tell the universe, I want more money. The universe
Specific.
doesn't
Be,
understand that.
be specific.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because again, we're afraid to be specific. Why? Because we're afraid that we're asking for too much. Again, this is an abundant universe.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
I'm with you.
So once you have that down packed, well, I work with the 4 major domains of life. So I use the money, but for some of us, it could mean that perhaps they want to find love, or bring back the love that once was. Or perhaps for some of us, they want to have better health, optimal health, or the
Right.
time of money freedom. There's 4 domain areas, but don't get overwhelmed. You can list them all in your vision statement. But if you prefer to focus on a specific domain because that's what's calling you most, that's fine. Because spirit runs through the center of the 4 domains. So if you take care of one domain and work on that domain, the other 3 will follow. So you don't need to be overwhelmed and don't know where to put your attention. Take one, work with the one. The other 3 will follow.
Wow.
It sounds strange to say it that way, doesn't it, Luke? But that's the truth.
No, to me, it doesn't sound strange because, I'm so thankful. I just have to say that,
Yes.
Because of where I am now consciously, and, that doesn't sound strange to me. It sounds like, yeah, it sounds normal. And I'm thankful for that. So for those out there that it does sound strange to, just allow this information to soak into your subconscious mind, and it's the right information from my perspective and from my truth. Yes. So go ahead, Felicia. You have us in. You have us reeled in. We're listening.
Thank you for that, Luke. The truth is that you and I are an expression of this universe.
Right.
And the universe is abundant. So why is it that we believe that the universe is abundant, but when we want to achieve something in our life, we begin to put limitations? I like to come back and remind people of this because we do this and we don't do it knowingly. This is not that it's not negative. We're not saying this to beat ourselves up. We are doing it unknowingly and unconsciously because life is happening around us and life is challenging. And so you have to be really you have to really be disciplined, be self-disciplined, that when you commit to do something, you're going to stick to it. Because if not, if you're wishy-washy, life is going to come in and your dream is going to start to fade away. That's a given. So once you've written down your vision statement, you think you have enough, because you can always add to it. As you grow and evolve, your desire is also going to change. You also, very fundamental, you have to not only write down your statement, but you have to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled.
Yes.
You need to connect the mind and the heart.
Heart. Yes.
Coherence.
Yes.
And that's a simple unity of the integration of mind, body, soul. It can't just be up here. You got to bring your desire down to your body. Your body is your subconscious mind, right? So the conscious mind has its wants, desires. But now you also need the subconscious mind to be in harmony with your mind. If not, that dream cannot be. It will never materialize itself, because if the heart is not in harmony with your desire in your conscious mind. So what do I mean by when I say the emotions? Well, you're reading your vision statement and you're reading and you see yourself already being the person living that life. Well, what does it feel like? If you were living that life, how are you feeling? What does a day look like for you? What are you doing? Who are you interacting with? What's one thing you do first thing in the morning? What's your favorite thing to do? How does a confident, energized, expansive person act and behave? You have to feel those emotions before it can manifest for you.
Wow.
And that's called faith. And faith is born of gratitude. Everything is interconnected.
Right.
But as a human person, we believe what we can see. Faith is in the unseen things, and your dream is in the unseen, to your eye, to this three-dimensional reality. But for the universe and vibrationally, your dream is already done. Your work, my work, is to match the frequency that creates worlds.
Yes.
That's the work that you and I have to do. That's all we have to do. And nothing can be denied to you, ever.
Wow. Felicia, I like how you orchestrated that. I can just see it in my mind. That's why I kept closing my eyes, because you have a gift of how to make it seem vivid, and that's awesome. That's how I can tell in my perspective that you're following your calling, your purpose, your passion, is because it comes natural to you. You can tell like you said, your feeling is behind what you're saying, and you're not just saying it because in a way that you've just learned it or read it from somewhere else. You can tell that your feelings and energy is behind the words that you're articulating, and that's beautiful. Wow. And it's no coincidence that I've read there's a man that I follow that talks in the same terms about the heart-centered energy in regards to what you're feeling, by the name of Greg Braden. And wow, he speaks about the same thing. And
yes.
It's amazing.
He's amazing. I follow him.
Greg Braden. I love Greg Braden. And it's just amazing. And he goes to all these indigenous places and talks about the curing of cancers and diseases in these indigenous places, and how just the feeling and the mind and together have made things dissipate right in front of your eyes. And it's just amazing, the things. I'll get into that. It's not about him, but just to be able to envision this man that I admire, and from what you're saying, to me, it's just wow. It's a credit to you. So it's amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
And what you just said, I just want to add that the point of power is within us.
Right.
That's where that's where we are powerful, because it's an inside out universe. It's not an outside in. So the answer that you're looking for is not out there. It's in here. It's
I
within.
like how you just said that. See, you said it quickly, but I want people to grasp that.
Okay.
It's an inside out universe, not an outside in. Meaning, and I want you to tell us, meaning, again.
Meaning the answers that you seek to your issues, to your problems, whether it's scarcity, whether it's health related, whether it's about finding the right person, it's not out there.
Right.
It's within you. It's in you. The answers you're seeking, they're in you. But for you to be able to hear spirit speak to you, or, you know, intuitively hear what it's trying to tell you, you have to quiet your mind.
Right.
Because if not, your mind, it's like it's always filled with ongoing chatter.
Right.
And all these thought patterns. And so you cannot possibly hear spirit trying to talk to you when you have a question. But there is not one question that you can ask that does not come with it an answer when you quiet your mind. And so that's what I mean. Inside out. Yeah, inside out versus outside in. So you sit quietly, you quiet your mind. And one way to help you is, the way I like to do it is focus on your heart and allow for the thoughts to come up, to pop in, because you can't control that. That's the ongoing chatter. Let me focus on your heart. Go ahead, Luke.
Yes. Let me pause you right there, because it never ceases to amaze me. It's so exciting. I know it's no coincidence. The universe speaks to us, but what you just said, it's just amazing, because I just put a quote up that I was inspired to create in 2018, and I just reshared this quote this morning an hour ago. And this is what it says: the complexities of life are simplified through silence and stillness. Now that's what you were just talking about.
Yes.
And here it is here. The complexities of life. Yes. And I just put it up today, as you can see, an hour ago.
Wow, so I love it.
Yeah, I couldn't make that up. I can't make that up. So you were just talking about it, quieting your mind and silence and stillness, basically. And I put that up prior to this segment. Now, how did I even know that you were going to talk about that and say that? I couldn't have known.
Even know what I was going to say. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But the universe knows, and there are no coincidences.
So we're showing you right here how the universe works. I didn't orchestrate this. I didn't talk to you prior to this segment saying, hey, I'm going to put this up.
Yeah.
It's no surprise to me anymore. It's exciting and wow.
Yeah. So that's one thing that you can do to get quiet and listen, because you will get an answer to your question. It may not happen on the first day or the second day. Remember, you're doing this for the first time. So give it time. Right. And you will hear spirit talk to you.
Right.
I mean, I had an inspired idea when I decided to change my life from where I was to where I am today, because I kept asking. I can't continue like this. I was living in pain. It was just an awful, because I was wrapped up in my mind. I was allowing my thoughts to drive my life. I believed my thought to be the truth.
Right.
That's the furthest thing from the truth. The thoughts are not telling you the truth. Right. Your thoughts are based on your life experiences. What you've lived before.
What you were programmed before.
Thoughts, they're repetitive thoughts. If you pay attention, you're going to find out soon enough, it's always the same thoughts that seem to come up.
Right.
That's not thinking. This is just a broken record. I like to call it a broken record. Right. So, let those thoughts come up. That's okay. But focus on your heart. Right. And if your heart is contracting, a lot of people would believe that it means that they're not worthy or deserving of having that dream, because the heart is contracting. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. The reason why the heart is contracting, first of all, is because you yourself don't believe that of you. And two, you haven't experienced it yet. So the fear comes in. How are you going to do that? You've never done that before. You don't have the credentials and yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So when you're meditating, maybe not the first day, the second day, the third day, eventually, as you continually focus on the emotions, on your heart, you're going to start to feel your heart slowly, slowly, little by little open.
Right. Right.
And as it opens, it becomes more expansive. And those emotions, they wrap you up. It's such a beautiful feeling. And in that moment, you are one with the one. In that moment, you ask your question and boom, you get your answer. Because the energy that creates worlds is vibrating at a higher level than where you and I are when we are unconscious or
Right.
unknowingly being driven by our thoughts, shall we say. And
Right.
so we, selfish human beings, and I used to say that about me before I learned any of this. Well, why do I have to meet the energy of creation? Why does the energy come down to me? Because then it would prevent you from growing and evolving.
Right.
To becoming the person that you're meant to be. It's gonna stretch you and it's gonna hurt, but you're gonna go through it because the gift is who you become in the process. And
Right.
there's nothing better than that. Nothing.
And that's awesome that you're affirming what I have come to realize now, that the things that we go through, which are really self-imposed, are at the same time gifts for us to help us get out of our comfort zone, to help us grow, to help us build character, to help us build strength, to help us build faith, to help us to guide us towards our higher self and towards connecting with the universe. So that is amazing. And you put it in a different perspective, in a different, you articulate it a little bit different than the way I would, but nonetheless, it's affirming in a different way what we continuously need to hear and are becoming aware of, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that in a way, it was a bit long, but it was all about blueprinting. It's all about figuring out what your dream is and going for it. And never, ever, ever give up on your dream. And so I touched a little bit on a lot of things. Obviously, we don't have the whole time to really go into details, but we're here to just give our viewers a little bit of what life really is. So I took some time to describe blueprinting. I'd like to move on now to the second stage of dream building, which is bridging.
Let's do it.
Now, bridging is bridging the gap from where you are to where you want to be.
Okay.
So you're here and your dream is there. Now, this gap here, there's going to be a lot. Once you decide to go for your dream, like I said before, within 24 or 48 hours, another part of us comes up and starts telling us that we're not worthy and deserving. That gap is going to be filled with obstacles, challenges, struggles, but most importantly, fear.
Fear, right.
Fear is up. Yeah. Why? Because all you know is where you are right now. And for you to dream big, I'm asking you to let go of the known and what's comfortable and take a leap into the unknown and what's uncomfortable. Because you and I could connect the dots backwards, easy. This is how I got here. But it's a different thing. It's a different story to be able to, if I could ask you or the viewer, how to connect the dots forward.
Right.
You can't, because you haven't lived it yet.
You haven't been there yet. Yes.
You need help from the higher power.
Right.
And so when you decide on a dream, you write down the vision statement in the present tense. You assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You become the person living the dream. And as you're growing and evolving and moving in the direction of your dream, there's going to be fear that's going to show up. So what I say to my clients is this: make fear your friend. Here's a way to handle fear. You handle it by doing what you want to do, even when fear arises and tries to stop you. Fear is your indication that you are on your green growing edge. It doesn't mean you can't. It only means you haven't yet, period.
Wow.
Right?
Amazing. Yes. Fear is an indication, that you're doing something, and that's why you can't allow, like you said, what I gather from what you said, by not allowing the fear to stagnate or stop you.
Yes.
then yeah, then you keep going. And in spite of the fear, you keep moving,
Your
So
dream only exists where fear exists.
right,
Because if
right,
there's no fear, then you're just moving towards a goal.
right.
The difference between a goal and a dream is this. A goal, you already know from A to Z all that you're going to need to bring this goal about. A dream, you do not know, because
Absolutely.
you need help from the higher power. You have to become the person living that dream.
Absolutely.
That dream has to be worthy of you. Not the question that you ask when you're thinking of a dream is not, am I worthy of this dream? Am I maybe asking for too much? That's the wrong question. The question you have to ask yourself is that dream worthy of me? Why? Because I'm going to be dedicating the rest of my life to it.
To it, yes. Right.
You know, it's a dream.
Wow.
So back to the bridging stage. So it's all about fear and bridging the gap.
Okay.
And so it starts with you telling yourself, today I'm going after my dream. It starts with yourself saying to yourself, I'm going to suspend doubt and worry and instead say yes to possibilities and opportunities.
Wow.
And I'm going to suspend belief and conditions that it won't work and instead believe in the power breathing me and the power breathing you, because that's who you and I are.
Wow.
We are spiritual beings. Nothing can be denied to us.
Exactly.
Nothing. But you have to apply the laws. And so a lot of the times, if you look around, you're going to have in your life wanted results. And you appreciate those results and you love those results and you're proud of those results. And the question to ask is, you either did this knowingly and consciously to attract this to you, or you did it unknowingly and unconsciously. If you're using the laws knowingly or unknowingly, you're going to create what you desire because you're using the laws. But equally, the opposite is the same. If you have unwanted results in your life, you unknowingly and unconsciously attracted that to you. Not fault of your own. It's not fault of your own. We're growing and evolving every day. So that's why our past experience is our wisdom. You learn from every lesson, from every experience. It's not about punishing ourselves. It's about learning and asking ourselves the question, what would I do next time if this should happen again in my life? I would be able to do this thing completely different because now my awareness has grown. I'm at another level of my awareness. I see my perception has changed. My perspective is different. So you're not going to repeat the same mistakes twice. So don't beat yourself up. Just say, okay, that happened because that's where my awareness was at the time. And
at the time.
And I did the best I could with what I knew.
With the level of consciousness that I was at. Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. So that's all part of the bridging phase. I want to move on to building. The third one is the building phase. That's the acceleration of your dream. How do you do that? I know we touched a little bit on this. That's all mindset. You must have a growth mindset.
Right.
Not a fixed mindset. Fixed mindset is not going to get you anywhere. So it's your evolution. It's your growth. It's the way you perceive life. It's asking the right questions.
Right.
And so with the right mentor and the right support structure, of course, we're able to accelerate the dream building. But within 30 days, I've had clients see a shift take place in their life because they're applying the tools and the principles. Like I said, it's been around for 45 plus years. I didn't personally design this program. It was designed by my mentor. And she's been changing lives worldwide. And so I certified with her, and now I'm teaching the program that she designed. It's a powerful program. And so building is all about who you have become today. It's how you see life. Are you asking an empowering question, or are you asking yourself a disempowering question? Are you focused mostly on lack and scarcity, or are you focused mostly on abundance and success? So that's part of accelerating. So the few things that you have to that we do is, for instance, it starts with gratitude. That gratitude alone really opens up your heart. You become so confident, so happy, so joyous. So gratitude, and gratitude is not for the person that you're not saying, I'm confusing gratitude with forgiveness, but let me just finish with gratitude. Gratitude, if you can be grateful every single day, even 5-10 minutes a day, just write down 10 things you're grateful for. 10, whatever. And those things that you're grateful for, here's a bonus. They don't have to be 10 things that you already have in your life, 10 things that are tangible, 10 things that you can see or the other person sees. You can mix them up with unseen things you're grateful for. Please be grateful for something you haven't yet manifested. This is how this universe works. Because when you do that, say you want, I don't know, I'll use a little example, something, let's say you have a dream that you want to, I don't know, you want to take the family on a round the world trip.
Right.
That's your dream. Okay. And so now you're waiting for this dream to materialize or manifest in your personal experience before you can say, thank you, thank you. No, the opposite is the truth. You must be grateful and thankful before your dream manifests, because what you're doing in that moment is you're allowing yourself to believe that you are worthy and deserving of this dream. You're not waiting for a validation for someone to tell you, your dream is in your life. That means you're worthy of that dream. No, you are anticipating that dream because you know for a fact that you are worthy and deserving and loved by source. You are adored by source. Nothing can be denied to you. But people believe that they can only say thank you once it's in their life. If you start being grateful for things that you are wanting to attract to you, those unseen things will begin to manifest in your life a lot quicker. So what I like to do is I like to mix them up. My 10 things that I'm grateful for, stuff that I already have, and stuff that I'm creating. Because vibrationally, as I said earlier, it's already been done. You don't see it. We don't see it, but it's done. As soon as you ask the question, the universe says, it's yours. But I'm going to surprise and delight you. That's as big as you can imagine it right now with the awareness that you have. How about I give you that, but 10 times more? That's what happens when the universe answers your question. It always loves to surprise and delight you. And the other part of that is the forgiveness part. And I had a difficult time when I started doing this work to be able to forgive people that have hurt me or people that I hurt. I couldn't understand that concept. It was so hard. Even though I wanted to, my heart would just contract. Right. And then I learned forgiveness is not about the other person. Forgiveness is about you. It's not about condoning what they did or what they said, because the moment you forgive that person, you forgiving them and sending them love, that pure love is coming right back onto you. So you are replenishing yourself with self-love. Right. Now your heart begins to open, begins to expand. And what's the secret? The universe wants your heart to open. The universe wants this planet. It wants all of his kids to learn to open that heart. Enough with living with contracted heart. That's all coming from the thoughts and the experiences. And, I could go on and on. So forgiveness makes you feel good. Right. It makes you walk taller because you were able to forgive that person. So before I digress any further, where was I? I think I was finishing off with the building, which is the acceleration of your dream. And then the last stage, that's the becoming stage, the becoming phase. And that's discovering that the natural gift in your journey is who you become in the process. So it's never about the SUV. It's never about the trip around the world. It's never about, it's who you become in the process. So obviously there's 10 principles in this program, but I just wanted to cover the 4 stages to really give a good picture of how this program really is, really can change your life on a day-to-day basis. Wow. So I don't know if you have any questions for me, because I digress a lot.
No. You basically made this conversation so in this show, because we are on a show, but at the same time, I feel like right now a student, and you made it so it flowed so well because I really didn't have to say very much, just listening
Thank
to
you.
you. And that's a good thing because when it flows like that and you have me just agreeing and what you're saying, that's actually good because I don't have to get to a point where I'm asking questions. You've already answered everything. The only thing that I would like to say is, thus far is thank you for all this that you're sharing, and it's perfectly orchestrated. And as far as my perspective, but how can people find you? Now I have your links, and so anything that you leave off,
Mhm.
or if you do leave off anything, it's going to be in the description of this video. But while I have you here, how
Yeah.
can people find you and seek your assistance and this program and everything and how can people do that?
Okay, thank you. Sure. I have a couple of links here. I'm just going to read them out, if
Right.
that's okay.
Yes.
And
Perfect.
one of the links that I have is one of the websites, and this is a simple one. It's heal.me/Felicia.
I
And when you
healed.
go there, this website, it has everything, and you really can get to know me better because I have my programs are there. My strategy sessions are there. Strategy sessions are 45 to 60-minute phone conversations where
Right.
you and I get clear on where you are, what you would love, and the next most important step to move you in the direction of your dream. So if you're ready to invest in yourself and your dream, your next most important step is a strategy session with me, complimentary, my gift to you, because typically these strategy sessions are valued at $250. But because I am a guest on Lute's interview today, podcast interview, I am offering anyone that clicks the link from this Zoom call, you will get an hour from me, strategy session, and you will walk away with so much more than before you came to the call. If you have a dream, we're gonna expand on that dream. If you're confused, you're not sure what it is that you would love, we're gonna nip it in the bud. So they're like deep dive phone conversations. So the
Wow.
link to that strategy session is, just gonna read this. So it's calendly.com/Felicia Lonobile/45 minutes, because it's a 45-minute one. And the other links I have is, I'm a podcast host, like I said. You can find my podcast on anchor.fm/Felicia Lonobile. And do I have something else? The last one is a full website where there's my about, the contact, the services that I offer, the webinar. I have weekly webinars, and that link is Felicia Lonobile, mastercoach.com/the power of vision webinar. But these links, as Ruth mentioned, will be displayed, I guess, below this video, correct?
Absolutely. We're going to make sure that all these links are in the description of this segment, and I'm going to make it so that all they have to do is just click right on it in the description and it'll go right to where they need to go. So amazing. Yes.
Thank you for having me today. This was so much fun.
Oh. Yes. And thank you for sharing just this system and just your insight incorporated and infused with it as well. You can tell that that you're reaching towards your higher self, and from your level of consciousness and where you are today. Just thank you. It took a lot to get there, and I know this, but I'm just sharing this with anyone who may not know this. And thank you, for being inspired to enlighten other people and help other people within everything you've been through. Because right now you're sharing where you are now, and and it'll help other people, that may not be where you are now, to get there, and to thrive in their life, not just exist, but to
But Luke, with
Yeah,
proper structure of support
right,
and a coach that really cares to see
right,
them succeed,
right,
that hold a high vibration for them,
right,
they can go from where they are now to
right,
where they want to be. That's the
right,
beauty. That's the beauty of having a mentor. I still
right,
have a mentor
right,
because until the day we transition, we're not going to stop growing and we're not going to stop learning.
right. And
It's not
and I
something that you're going to get to. We're
I
never going to
resonate
get
with
to the
that
end.
too. You never stop growing, and I have the heart and the mind that knows that's living. Everything continues to just grow and change and expand. And when you're not going to get to a point where you say, I've reached my highest self. No, it's
No,
reaching
never.
towards it. That's the work, and that's in who you're becoming in the process, and continue. Everything is in a constant state of becoming. And I
Everything.
yes,
Everything.
I'm a
So what
founder.
I want to end with is this. Don't aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference. And if you have a dream, look me up. I can help you achieve that dream. And thank you for
Wow.
being here today.
Wow. Thank you very much, Felicia. I
Thank
thank
you.
you very
Welcome.
much
You're welcome.
for being here again, and for just speaking with me. It's an honor and a privilege. Um, like I said, I love feeling like a student when I speak with someone, because I love learning. I love learning, and just even things that I may not quite understand at that point, just the fact that I'm purposely putting myself in a position to acquire information that's going into my subconscious mind that I know will will make sense at the right time. Just, and that's another thing I want to say to people. Just be careful of what you expose yourself to, as far as watching and listening to. So yes, watch these videos. Watch this with Felicia, and learn and grow and expand and elevate your consciousness and reach towards your higher self. And this will
That's
help
what
you.
it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Go ahead, Felicia.
Blessings to all who's
Yes.
watching. Sending you much love.
Yes, love, yes, happiness, everyone. Thank you very much. And I will see you soon here on
Bye-bye.
Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. That's my thing right there.
I love it. I love it. There you go. Thank
Yes.
you. Bye
See, I
now.
got her doing that. You remember that, Felicia? Do that.
Yes, I will. Moving forward, this is what I will do. I love it.
Yes. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. See you
Bye.
soon. Love
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.